If you don't know yet, here we go. Gerrit Cole sounds like he's going to get Tommy John surgery this season. Apparently, he's gotten some imaging done on his elbow. Once you hear elbow, immediately your mind jumps to that because it's something wrong with the UCL. The reporters are saying that he did not sound confident. I read the snippets. It does not sound like he's confident at all. It sounds like he's trying to get a second opinion for someone to say, hey, maybe you don't have to get surgery. Maybe we could pull a Masahiro Tanaka and you could pitch. It does not look good. And this is after finding out that Luis Gil will not be pitching for the Yankees until the middle of the season, probably end of June, most likely July, with a lat strain. Same issue that Clark Schmidt had last year. We didn't see him for 3 months. Then you're hearing that Stanton got a third round of PRP injections in such a small window. So it's obviously not working. And it sounds like he is starting to think about, worst case scenario, which means surgery, which means he is out for the season. So the Yankees have a lot of problems, a lot of injuries, and we're at a point where it's all about who's going to step up. I see a lot of pessimism all over the internet. Oh, this is why the Yankees didn't do enough. But you don't prepare for injuries this way. The Dodgers have like 17 starting pitchers. And in the World Series, we only saw 2 of them, and one of them was traded middle of the season. So I guess you have to go out and get 10 starting pitchers in scenarios like this. But there's a lot of guys in this lineup that are going to have to step up. First of all, there's a lot. The starting pitching, Carlos Rodon is going to have to step up and be a number 2 guy. Max Fried has to be that ace. Now, if you can have Fried and Rodon keep our head above water, then we'll get to the trade deadline, and Cashman better make the moves because he hasn't made. I'm not going to say Cashman hasn't made any moves, but you gotta look past this tax threshold, the Steve Cohen tax, the $300 million salary cap. You gotta go out. You're wasting Aaron Judge, one of the greatest hitters I've ever seen in my lifetime. You're wasting this guy's prime. And it's unfortunate. That just means we made it to the World Series and lost it on just ridiculousness. You got to go out and make moves at the trade deadline. Try to keep your head above water until then. And that means that guys like Anthony Volpe, time's ticking. The leash is much shorter this season for you. Austin Wells, you got to be the hitter that I believe you are. Goldschmidt has a lot to prove. Cody Bellinger, you got to be the guy behind Judge. Not asking you to be Soto, but you got to be good here. You got to do something here because Aaron Judge is going to get walked a lot if there's nothing behind him. So there's a lot. I don't know how to wrap my head around this. We still don't have a third baseman. Apparently the Yankees are unhappy with their situation at third. Hey, Cashman, you did this to yourself. We have been telling you that DJ LeMahieu is not the answer, but somehow you keep trying to make it work. It's just not a thing, man. And now we have 2 guys, which I'll be okay with them, but now, they're good when your team is healthy. But now you don't have Stanton. You're losing one of your big power bats. I'm hearing JD Martinez getting thrown out. But either way, I don't know. Who do you think needs to step up on this team in order for us to be successful? Or what move can Cashman make at this point? Because it feels a little bit too late. The prices are going to be very high for any team because they know the Yankees are desperate. I'm desperate. This is not what we expected going into the season. Losing 2 key starting pitchers on a pitching rotation that was slated to look like one of the best in baseball all of a sudden is easily mediocre, But we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm going to watch all the games and I'm going to have games that I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to have games that I'm like, yeah, we're turning the corner. But either way, it's always let's go Yankees.